Welcome. Today's story time video is when I met this really handsome man on Grindr that we all know of, that's really famous. And the reason why, I wanted to see him is because 1, he was super handsome. 2, he was older. 3, he was, or is, he's a real estate developer. I'm like drawing a blank for a second. I remember parts of this night. So what happened was I was going to bed and I heard like the sound go off. And I was like, let me go check that. So I checked it and I saw it and it was that guy. I was like, he's so handsome, whatever, right? Now, he's sending photos and I was like, okay, he looks good, he looks cute. I'm like, oh my god, like he's so hot, blah, blah, blah. And I had to drive in the snow for this appointment like a crazy person, but safely. And I was just like, oh my god, like finally I'm gonna be happy with somebody, right? Now it's a work night and I was like, if it's too late, I'm calling out. And I'm also kind of scared because normally, I don't know, I feel like I meet people differently or they're coming to my place and whatever. But he was at a property and he has his own, I guess you could say home, because he didn't really live here. He lived in New Jersey and he had his one home that he would stay at here, but in a different, should I say, town, the city. It's a bigger town than the other little ones that were next to it. So I met him at his property and we're in my car and he liked my car and we were just talking and chatting and I was like, oh my god. And then he's like, I thought when I arrived there that we were gonna like hang out at the property that he has renovated. And he's like, no, like the weather's getting bad, I don't want to stay here, blah blah blah, I want to go back to my house up in so and so land. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I just drove 13 minutes to get here, which is not that bad, but they're like long back like country roads kinda, and then I have to go back into the city like farther, like on the highway, and then go out into the city. And I was like, I don't want to get trapped out there. And I'm just like, I was having like weird feelings, like uncomfortability, more of like worried about like not being safe, I guess. So my friend who used to work with me, I told her where I was, how I met him, and I don't know if I sent photos of him to her, but I just was like, hey, if you don't hear from me, if I don't come to work, blah blah blah, like put an Amber Alert. So she's like, okay, I got you, blah blah blah. And he was kind of like just getting antsy and I felt like he already ordered an Uber because there's a car and he's like, what are we gonna do? And I was just like, I think I'm just gonna go home. I'm so sorry. I'm like, hopefully we can meet up another time. That didn't. But before all of that like went to like shit, I found out that he has a wife, he has a dog, he has twins, and I think his kids were slightly younger than me or slightly older than me at that time. And I was just like, oh, here we go again. Another man who's not loyal. And I was just like, why do I feel like I always attract unavailable people? And I was just like, Grindr just has so many secrets, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like really bummed because sometimes, and then after he blocked me, I was like, oh my god, I ruined that one. And I just always like wonder, because like I feel like I could do some research if because I know of those what are they called, the rentals, like apartment units. And I was like, if I Google it like a crazy person and see who owns it, right? And I don't know who he is. And I'm like, no, you're crazy. But then I always like secretly hope that he's still in the area because he goes to another town over that my Grindr picks up at times. The people that live over there, because the radius, whatever, And also, I feel like the community here is so small. You pick up other towns that you normally might, because we're all within distance. And I was just like, whatever. What a shame. He was really good looking for an older man. I mean, like, when I was thinking, I'm thinking he was like late 40s, early 50s, but like put together still. The skin was everything. I was just like, this is like a dream. This could have been like a TV show, like an episode on Gossip Girl or something, but nothing happened, and I was really like sad, and like, there's regret. Is there regret? There's no regret. It is what it is. It wasn't meant to. I don't know. I didn't feel safe. Oh, and I told him the things I wanted in life. Like, I want to flip houses, and you guys know I'm flipping a house. And since he is a real estate developer, and he's like, well, did you go to school for design? And I was just like, no, but I like things, and I pick out things, and it's like, I feel like, do you really have to go to school for that? And I feel like if you do, that's great. I feel like that's an extra, like, what do we say? Tool on our belt or whatever. But like, you just need the funds to do things and a good support system and team and everything just to go forward within your dreams. So I was like, oh, he's a little closed-minded or traditional or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I speak my mind. And yeah, that's it. That's my story pretty much. I think that's where I'm gonna sum it up. But I was really bummed. I was just like, another one. Whole nother life out there. Your men cannot be trusted. Sometimes I just want to be on Facebook and be like, hey, have you checked your man's phone? Because I know he's in my friend's DMs. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys like that story. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Please don't forget to subscribe. I don't know. I'll see. I noticed that there's a few more of you. So thank you. Welcome. And we gotta figure out what we're gonna do this weekend, because I have a lot of free time to be filming, and I also feel like I'm gonna be eating a lot, so, because, you know, relax time, whatever. Alright, bye you guys.